Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Art Whisperer 88. This is my template, which I use to position my registration bars. And since I had washed this plate with soapy water after the last video, I had to take it out, put it in a soaking tub, and give it a good scrub. And now that it's very clean, I applied a generous layer of baby oil. I did that about half an hour ago, and I didn't even wipe it off. The plate absorbed the oil completely. So that's one thing that I find remarkable about the gel plate. Anytime you place baby oil on it, it just sucks it up, and in about I would say 15-20 minutes, it completely disappears, gets completely absorbed. So it just shows you that one of the main components that allows this plate to work is its oil content. So anyway, I just wanted to show you my positioning device, which is this, you could call it a shield or a template, and it has several purposes. I can also use it as a protective layer when I am doing collage to keep the edges clean. Now that I have that out of the way, now in this composition I want to start as usual with some lines, because I think the black lines give the print some added movement and textures. And I'm going to do circles. So my theme will be circles. And since I cannot do a continuous line on the gel plate because there's a bit of a drag, because the surface is very rubbery, I have to break my movements into two parts. Okay, so now the surface of the gel plate is covered with these circular lines. Now my next step is to ink this with color. I have to decide what color to use. I'm going to go with vermilion, which is a very bright, strong color. I rarely use this as a first layer. The plate feels really nice when it's very clean and oiled. It feels very fresh, like it's brand new. Almost like factory new, like it's been reconditioned. Okay, so before this dries, I'm going to put the paper on because acrylic tends to dry fast when it's spread this thinly. So I am applying a very firm pressure on the paper because I want to pick up the Sharpie markings. Okay, I will leave this for about 5 minutes and let the paper absorb all the moisture from the paint. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's see what we have here. There are some dry spots here on the edge, but the transfer is very good. Picked up all the circular lines. And since the plate was recently oiled, the paper is not sticking or tearing. Okay, that's my first layer. So I will go ahead and air dry this and come back for the second layer. Okay, so now for my second layer, I'm going to try some more of that oil resist. So I'm going to mix some petroleum jelly. It's just a little dab here. And some baby oil. So what the petroleum jelly does is it makes the baby oil a little thicker and gives it a little more body. That's why it's good to have all these plastic tubs, which I save. So mix that really well, kind of making a solution of petroleum jelly and baby oil, and creating an oil resist on the plate. So since this is the theme of this composition is circles, I will do a whole series of circles with the oil. The oil and Vaseline mix so it's a series of different circles, different sizes. Okay. So now I'm going to try this bright blue. This is Cyan by Lucas. And also by Lucas, this is Arctic. Now, for some reason, this is the medium keeps separating, so I have to shake it. Okay. Now I'm going very easy. I'm not pressing because I don't want to disturb the pattern. I'm pressing, actually not even pressing. I'm just guiding the brayer very, very lightly. I'm not putting on any kind of pressure. Just making sure the plate is well coated. And as you can see, the Vaseline and oil mixture is doing its job. So here is the print with the first layer of red. To make sure this is not in the way. I wish I had a bigger table, but not gonna happen. I'm putting extra pressure on the edges because, as I mentioned before, I do like to have clean edges. That's just me. Okay. Let's see what we got. I'm not going to leave this too long. Well, check this out. I think the layer of oil really helps the plate release the print. How cool is that? Now here is a close-up. I have a little smudge here on the right hand corner, but I can fix that. Pretty cool result if you ask me. And this is just 2 layers of contrasting color, but it looks more complex than that. I'm happy with this result. And I think the secret is not to press too hard with the second layer of paint. Just let the paint glide over the oily surface. So I will air dry this and then come back maybe with a third layer. I'll see how it goes. Okay, now that I know this works, I am going to do a third layer, but not with this 1-inch brush. I'm going to do, this is about 2-inch, maybe 2 1/4, and make some really wide circular strokes. Now the addition of the Vaseline makes this mixture not watery. So it holds its shape. Now if this were pure baby oil, it would smear, and I don't want that. There's something very satisfying about applying this mixture to the plate because it goes on very smooth, kind of buttery almost. Okay, got that done. Now I will decide what my last layer should be. I think I will opt for a metallic color. I'm going to try silver. Again, I'm not pressing at all. I'm just gliding the brayer. Okay. Here's the print with the red and blue. Now I'm beginning to see some oil marks here, but I'm confident that that will evaporate when this gets air dried. And since the baby oil is perfectly clear, it doesn't have any coloring in it, when it dries out, it will just disappear. So I'm not too worried about that. Okay, I will leave this for another 5 minutes. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. And this is the exciting part. I hope this is the last layer. Very cool. The silver is not very obvious. It's transparent, but it kind of gives a beautiful shine, beautiful texture, like a veil. Let me show you close up. It's like this silvery veil. And it is a complex mix of textures. Okay, I think I'm going to call this done. It's very rare that I will pull a print and then decide that it's finished, because I usually want to keep adding, but the image is so complex that I think it's a standalone print. So anyway, thank you for coming along and watching this experiment with oil resist with Vaseline. It's a very unlikely ally, and I'm glad that it helps keep the plate in good condition. So you could try it and see what the result is. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.